Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Sports Saviors. It is Wednesday night, about 9:06 p.m., July 30th, 2025. Lee, how you doing? How you been?
Been all right. I'm doing all right. How about yourself, bud?
Pretty good. Steelers football is back. We're into training camp almost a week or so now. I figured today we can do something special here. We can list out our top 20 Steelers for the 2025 season. But instead of just going, oh, let's list them, blah, 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 we're actually going to turn this into a fun game. We're going to create a draft right here where we, with a point system that we can look at and track throughout the year. Eventually, one of us will be the winner.
All
So
right.
we'll each draft 10 guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give out 1 point for team of the week. An NFL like official version, so we're going to use Pro Football Focus for that. And we're going to do 5 points for player of the week. That's offensive, that's defense, and that's special teams. No rookie stuff, but we are doing special teams. 10 points for Pro Bowl, 15 points for All Pro, 25 points for Player of the Year. All Pro and Player of the Year will be by AP. Players of the Week will be by the official NFL decision there. So 20 players in total, 10 players each. I will allow you to take the first pick in this draft, which, if you do it right, pretty much seals your victory. But go ahead, Lee. You're on the clock.
All right. My first pick, I'm going to take T.J. Watt. Is going to be my first
Damn, I can't believe it. Shocker of the century.
I'm going to take T.J. Watt.
He's the obvious number one pick in this situation. Yeah. Even if we weren't doing the point system, even when we were just going offhand, he's our guy. Just got the big contract. I can't see any situation where you wouldn't pick him first here. I guess you can maybe injuries. Someone might be concerned. Oh, this guy getting up there in age. It's more like a Ferrari than anything else, where he can get injured, miss a couple weeks or something like that. But I think you went right there.
Yeah.
How long did you think on this one?
Oh, it took me a couple weeks. I didn't know how I really would feel.
This second pick's tough. This second pick is tough. What makes it tougher, I think, is the fact that we don't have an MVP in our point system, just because, for the most part, that's only offensive players that are going to get that, unless you have an insane season on the defensive side of the board. So there are a few places to go here. I think what I'm going to do, he had a great season last year, and I think he'll be able to pick up points. Fuck no. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna go chalk. I'm just gonna go Rodgers and hope for the best, and hope he doesn't get hurt. I think that's a bad pick. I think it is, but I'd rather be bad with him than with someone else. So I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's still Aaron Rodgers. He's 42 years old, though. Not coming off 2 good seasons. It's a bad pick. It's a bad pick.
You never know. Hey,
but I'm going to put Aaron Rodgers as my number 2
pick. He could have the season of his life. You never know.
The dumbest part about it is because if I'm trying to win this, he's going to compete against other quarterbacks in the league to win these awards, and there's no way that he's going to outperform every quarterback at age 42. I don't know. That was a stupid pick on my part. We're not going to snake it. We'll just go right back to you. Take your third pick, Lee.
I'm going to go with DK Metcalf as my second pick.
Yeah, that was my second option there. I think he makes a lot of sense. He's going to get a lot of touches, you would think. He's obviously the number one receiver, obviously the main target for the offense here. What else do you got on DK and why you made?
He's coming into a new system. He's definitely a very talented wide receiver. He's going to be our number one. I'm excited to see the combo of him and Aaron Rodgers. Some of the practice that I've seen, they look pretty good with them too. Him throwing him the ball, So I think this is going to be a nice little duo in the league right here. I think they're going to. I know that Aaron Rodgers is going to be competing against other quarterbacks, and he's 41. He's always won in the league, but I really think they're going to put up some numbers, these two. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right on that. I'm next up here. I think you just got to go with the guy. This guy, Patrick Queen is where I'm going.
All
With.
right.
Patrick Queen's
All right.
who I'm going with next at 4.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I had him on there. It was a good pick.
Where were you last year with him? How did you feel he did his first year in the system and all that?
I think it was just a slow start for him. I just feel like he just wasn't.
I think that too.
He wasn't there yet, and I think maybe he just needed the year to just kind of understand the system. And I think he's going to have definitely a better season this year coming up for sure.
Yeah, the way I see it, I think just talent-wise, he's the next guy on this list. I think for if you want to go down the list of players here, there's a couple guys that I'm not going to name yet, just because I don't want you to take them next. I don't want you to know where my head is at right now. You. But I expect Patrick Queen to have a great year, because somewhere around 100 tackles even. I think he'll play really well for us.
For my third pick, I'm going to take Chris Boswell.
Okay, you're trying to steal some points.
Yeah, I the way that the offense has been going, what we've seen over the past couple of years, we've definitely seen a lot of field goals made with him, a lot of extra points made with him. He's definitely been the guy the past couple of years to kind of give us points on offense, kind of keep us in games. And so he's been definitely one of the best kickers in the league over the past few years for sure, since he's been out there doing his thing. And I'm excited to see him continue and, get to see a lot more kicks from the Wizard of Oz himself.
Yeah, I wasn't going to pick him this early, but it makes sense. He's been great for the Steelers. Too bad he's actually the second best kicker in the in training camp right now, behind Ben Sauls. Shout out Ben Sauls, pit to pit. Which just going off that, I can't believe he did not get picked up by somebody else. I guess he wanted to just stay local, maybe, who knows? But I expect him to get a job somewhere before the end of training camp or at the end of preseason with another team. But I think it's a solid pick there. He's going to score some points. You're probably going to be able to steal maybe 10 points for Pro Bowl, maybe 15 for that All Pro, and then you could see a special teams player of the week a couple times if you get lucky there. So you opened up a lot of stuff for me here with that pick, though. I'm gonna go Highsmith. I'm gonna go Alex Highsmith.
Okay. That's another good one I had. Yeah, there you go. That's a good pick there.
I think he's got a good chance to get them players of the week. He can have those crazy games on his way. He's obviously an impact guy. Great 1-2 punch with him and Watt. I think I feel very comfortable with that pick. I'm glad I took Queen, the pick after this, because I think you might have taken Queen before Highsmith. Am I wrong? Did you have Highsmith?
No, I had. I think I had Queen before Highsmith.
Yeah, Queen higher on your board. Okay, I got both the guys. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
You're next up on your pick. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm gonna. This is tough. Trying to think where I want to go here. I think, because I don't know how you're going to go, I'm going to take Jaylen Warren as my next pick.
Okay. You scared me, actually, because you're going to see my next pick.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to steal him from me.
I was picking either one of them. I didn't know which one to go, and I have a feeling you were going to take the other one I was picking. So I figured I'd take him next. I didn't know which way you were going to go, but I figured I'd take him. He's going to be our starter running back for the season this year, with Najee going to the Chargers. And so I think that he's going to have a big year himself. He's definitely shown that he can make some big plays, break some tackles, get some big yards, score some touchdowns and things like that. And so I'm excited to see him as our number one running back this year, to see what he can do out there this year.
Yeah, I'm the only question mark we have really is how many carries he can take, how many touches per game he can take. Other than that, I'm very excited to see what he can do. I think that Smith's good at spreading the ball out. He did it pretty well with those two last year, with him, Najee and him. So, I think that's a good pick. But I'm going to take the other Jalen. I'm going to take Jalen Ramsey.
That's what I figured. Yeah. Yeah.
You got to think he's been a ball hawk through his career. And the way they're going to play him this year is still kind of a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
But he's definitely going to be on the field. And I think he's going to be a lot of times going to be in situations where the ball is going to be around him, whether that's him playing deep or whether it's him at the slot. I think he's going to get a chance to be on the field a lot, I think. And he's going to – maybe it's similar to what Beanie Bishop did last year. And Bishop was in a lot of positions to make plays. He made some plays in those situations too. Jalen Ramsey, you think, definitely has more of a resume and definitely has shown himself to be a great player in this league. So I'll go Jalen Ramsey there. I'm feeling good about that pick. We're through 8 in total so far. You're up with the 9th pick.
Oh, boy. Let's see, because a lot of these guys are already off the board. I feel like I need to go defense again. I'm going to take Cameron Hayward as my next pick.
Okay, yeah, I waited too long on him. That was one, honestly, that I almost picked over Rodgers, and then I just went away from him. I worry about the age, but he's going to get so many like little points for you, I think, in this system. The team of the weeks, maybe even some player of the weeks.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think Hayward's still a great player. He showed it last year. If he stays healthy, blah blah blah, that same line all the time. I think he's going to gobble some points.
I think he's going to. I don't. Again, like you said, the age is definitely a concern. I'm not sure how much longer he has with the team, but definitely being on the defensive line, he's definitely going to make some tackles for sure, and probably get a couple sacks here and there and make some plays. So, I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to this year as the captain.
Yeah, I like it. Where am I going now? I think I'm going to try to piggyback. I don't think you're going to – the guy I want to take here, I don't think you're going to take. So I'm going to actually go in with Caleb Johnson.
Okay.
With the 10th pick here. Caleb Johnson. I was playing a little coy there. I'm not convinced that Warren will be the number one.
Yeah.
I think Caleb Johnson has a shot to win the job.
Okay.
And he's more of when you're thinking of a first and second down back, he's more of that guy than Jaylen Warren is. If you're trying to script out a guy to be your running back, I think Caleb Johnson is a guy that be in your script more than Jaylen Warren would. And it allows Jaylen Warren to stay in that same role he had last year where he was so dynamic and what he's shown in the past, even prior to last year. You allow him to do what he's doing and let Caleb Johnson take over that Najee role. And I think if you allow him to do that, he gets the same touch as Najee did last year. He can make an impact. So I'm going to go Caleb Johnson with that 10th pick. You're up on the 11th here.
I'm going to take – I think this may be a sleeper pick. I'm going to take Calvin Austin.
Okay.
I think that he is going to have a decent season as a number 2 for the Steelers wide receiver. I think with this speed, he's going to get a lot of deep balls. I think that, he may even get a punt or a kick return this year as well. If we've seen him get a punt return for sure. I'm pretty sure he may be returning punts. If he's on the kickoff team, he may get a kickoff as well. But I think he's going to be a sleeper pick, and he's going to be I think he's going to be ready to come out and be a number 2 and show that he can actually be a leader on the offensive side and in that wide receiver room. I know we're still looking for somebody else. I don't foresee anybody coming now at this point because preseason is about to start. So I think he's going to be a great number 2 for us this year.
Yeah, for the game purpose, I think it's a great pick. You brought the special teams. If we were to list out the 15, 20 best Steelers and you put him at 11, I wouldn't like it. But I can't argue too much for the game that I've created for us that it's not. I don't think it's a bad pick, especially if something were to happen to Metcalf or something like that, then this really changes things up a bit. But I'm not sold on him as a guy to rely on, but in a game like this that we're playing, knowing that he's got that floor of being a special teamer, you got the idea that, I mean, maybe he wins returner of the year. I don't think that's an actual thing, but I just made it up for. But I like it enough that I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to talk shit on you there. I'm going to go. This is what I was going to take last round. I still could probably wait longer, but I'm going to go Zach Frazier.
Okay.
The center.
Yeah.
I think the key takeaway for me with him is that he had a great year last year. Already it seems like Aaron Rodgers likes him. You talked him up a little bit today. I think what you have here is an obvious starter. You got a guy who the only concern I have right now for him for like a Pro Bowl or an All Pro is he doesn't have that name recognition yet. But Steelers play well early on. He can get that, I think. And then if I get lucky enough to get some of them, then this could be a real good pick at 12. You're next up. Well, anyway, what do you think about Frazier and the idea that, I guess, before you move on?
No, I think he's going to come in. He's going to do a good job. I'm excited to see him out there. I think he's a guy that is going to, I don't think he's going to make too many mistakes. I think that, we've seen the mistakes in the past with our centers in the past, and I think that he's going to come out and he's going to do well. And, I'm just excited to see him play out there is all.
Yeah, you're up. I'm an idiot, but let's see if you can get me or not. We're both idiots.
I think I'm going to take Pat Freiermuth next. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I'm going to take.
I like the pick.
I know that we ended up getting. Who's the tight end we picked up with Ramsey in that trade with
Jonnu Smith?
Jonnu Smith. I think that Pat Freiermuth's our guy. Still, I think he's going to be our starter. And again, he had a couple injuries, and he's had a slow couple of stuff going on with the past couple seasons. But I think he's going to come out and have a decent season this year. And I think that he could possibly, if he ends up having a good year, he could potentially, make a Pro Bowl as a tight end this coming year if he has a good season. But I foresee him having a good season this year himself.
Yeah, for him, I think it would have to be a scenario where he's getting touchdowns that he has to get double-digit touchdowns for this to be a good pick, I think.
Yeah,
I don't see him getting too many receptions. I could be wrong, but I the way I see it, he's going to be really relying on touchdowns if he's going to get a Pro Bowl or anything like that. But it's possible. I mean, I'm not sold on him as being this elite playmaker. His contract isn't bad, but compared to what some other guys are getting paid and everything like that, it's a tough sell for me with Freiermuth. But I think it's not bad.
Yeah.
I think this is probably an oversight on your part. It was definitely an oversight on my part. Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah. I think I screwed up there for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Shit. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a slam dunk pick.
It's not.
But this pick, with the 14th pick in the draft, I will definitely take Joey Porter Jr. I think he's probably one of the top 10 players on this roster.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get him here.
For sure.
It's at a spot where you can make plays. It's a spot where you can get players of the week for sure. He's got to take that next step, and I think he can to be one of the top guys in the league. I think having both Slay and Ramsey here can really help him out. And I don't know, maybe this means something, maybe it doesn't. The idea that he's the son of a great player also, I think these veterans will be more willing to like help him out than even like a normal younger guy. Hopefully he's willing to take their advice. I'm sure they can both give him a ton of advice. They're both different players too. It'll be cool to see how the three of them, Slay's the third one if I didn't say Slay, between Ramsey, Slay, and Porter. It'd be nice to see how they gel together, how they play together. But yeah, Joey Porter with the 14th pick.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good
that's a
about
good
that.
pick.
You're next
Yeah,
up with
that's
the
a good
15th.
pick. That's a good pick. I'm actually gonna pick the guy I was gonna pick next that you actually talked about, Darius Slay, as my next pick. I'm excited to see him come into this team from the Eagles. He's definitely had a very good year, good career so far, and I'm excited to see what he can bring to this Steelers defense for sure, and hope that him and JPJ can be definitely a nice little duo back there in the cornerbacks in the backfield for our team. So I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to this team. He's coming off of a Super Bowl win with the Eagles against the Chiefs, and I'm excited for him to be on this team.
Yeah, he's kind of been lost in the shuffle, I think, with all the other like bigger moves that have happened. The only thing that the age issue is there, but I mean, a great player, great career. I got to think he does well. Next up for me, with the 16th pick, I'm looking at two defensive guys in my head right now, and they're, man, I don't know. I'm gonna go with.
I hope you don't take my pick.
I'm gonna go with Deshaun Elliott.
Oof. Oh,
did I steal it or no?
Took one of them. That's all right. That's
okay.
All right. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah,
for sure.
He had such a great year last year.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't even have to take a step forward just because of how good he was last year. I think he'll get some more recognition this year. He's gonna probably have to. I don't know. You got Porter Jr. back there, but as a safety, he's the vet now for that team, right? I mean,
yeah, for sure he is.
Vet meaning vet for the team, not the veteran of like the league, but just for the Steelers. He's probably going to get some responsibility back there. With Ramsey trying to learn a new spot, Slay coming in for the first time, Porter over there. I think there's going to be a lot on him to do, and hopefully he's able to step up and have a good year. He was probably one of our top 10 players last year, I'd say, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he definitely made a lot of plays. Like you said, he's definitely that veteran guy in the backfield now that Minka's gone. So he is definitely the guy back there. And I think that he definitely, like you said, got lost for sure. He didn't, had a little bit of a slow year, but I think that he may definitely have a breakout year now that he's going to be the main guy back there in the backfield for sure.
So who you got? Who were you thinking of?
The next guy I'm thinking of, is it Nick Herbig? He's the linebacker, right? Nick? Or is it Nick? Nick. Yeah, that's what I want to take. Nick Herbig is my next pick. I think that he is going to get some more play time this year. We definitely got to see him last year make a couple plays, get some sacks. I think he had maybe a fumble recovery, forced fumble, things like that. And I think that he's going to come in, get some more play time in that middle linebacker position, and he's definitely going to make some big plays. And I'm excited to see his play coming into this next year.
I don't know if you misspoke. Do you expect him to play middle?
I'm sorry, not middle. I meant edge. Edge. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, just making sure.
I'm sorry. I'm expecting him to get some more play time, give him some more resting time for Watt and Highsmith, but I think that he's going to come in and definitely make some big plays for sure in that on that defense.
Yeah. So that was your pick. 17.
For number 9.
So,
17.
Yeah, you're 9 overall, 17. I'm about to take 18. So I got 2 more picks here, and there's a lot of names on my mind. I don't want to let you steal any of them, but 2 on the defensive side of the ball, and then a third rookie where I don't know what we're thinking there. And then on offense, I got one guy. You know what? I'm going to go offense. And this is just a no. We're doing it. We're doing Keanu Benton.
All right.
Yep. Keanu Benton. I just like him a lot. Maybe I'm overreacting, but just he had a solid year in my opinion last year. I think he could be someone who can step up. They're going to expect a lot out of him, I think, this year. So, yeah, I'm going to go Benton here. Was he someone you were thinking about?
Yeah, he was somebody I was thinking about for sure. I didn't know where I wanted to go at my last pick, but he was definitely a guy I was thinking about for sure. He's definitely a good pick. I think he's definitely in there and probably that top 20, top 25 best players on the team right now. So I think that's a great pick at number 18 for sure.
So your last pick, where are you going?
Oh, I'm trying to think. There's a lot of good names. I'm only taking this pick. I think because of just in case of an injury that may occur if it happens. But this may be a terrible last pick, to be honest. Yeah, it may be terrible.
So you're going where I'm hoping you go where I'm thinking.
I'm only thinking just because of injury.
Oh, please go there. Come on.
Of what it is. But I am going to take Mason Rudolph as my last pick. I think just in case there's some issue with Rodgers, he's going to have to step in because he's going to be the backup. He was brought back in. I don't know if Will Howard, they're going to put him in as a rookie, as a starter behind Aaron Rodgers.
Honestly,
but
for this game, you have to go Will Howard over Mason, I think. Right? If you're going to do this pick, I think you have to go Will Howard just because we know what Mason is. Mason's not going to make a Pro Bowl, right?
All right, you know what?
You think Mason? No, your pick. Your pick's in.
No.
Your pick's in.
I'm changing it to Will
No,
Howard.
It's not. Your pick is in.
All right.
The draft for you is over, sir.
I'm going Mason.
You have Mason Rudolph.
I have Mason Rudolph. I just don't foresee them putting Will Howard.
Neither do I.
Neither do I.
But if we're playing this game, you think Mason's gonna win a Player of the Week?
No, but he's gonna put up some yards. Maybe I don't.
We don't get points for yards. This isn't fantasy.
Well, he's the guy. I'm gonna go with him. He's my last pick. I'm gonna pick him.
If he's put in that spot, I hope he does it. I hope I'm proven wrong.
Yeah.
Obviously, I hope Rodgers stays healthy. But if we're living in a world where Rodgers doesn't exist, I hope you're right. I think you've been working too hard, though.
I know.
Manly. Okay, so there's a couple names I'm going to throw out with this last pick. Troy Fautanu, the tackle. Apparently, he did pretty well against Watt today.
Didn't even think of him.
He's a guy who, because he was lost last year. That's a guy that's in my name that I'm thinking about going with. The rookie this year, Derek Harmon. That's another guy out there. And then I'm just looking around. I'm looking around. Peyton Wilson.
That's from another guy.
He's going to be playing a lot of snaps, and I think he's going to be on special teams a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's a guy who might sneak and get a special teams Player of the Week. On a fumble, he recovers for a touchdown, or maybe blocks a kick. Maybe he does something there.
Yeah.
So those are the three names in my head right now, and I'm struggling. I think I'm going to go with Peyton Wilson as my last pick in the draft.
All right. That's a good
number
one.
20.
That's a good one. That is a good pick.
What are you looking for him to do this year? What would be a successful season for him?
Definitely make it a few sacks. Not like he's got to get like TJ Watt numbers, but get a few sacks, maybe an interception, maybe a fumble recovery or a strip. I think that would be definitely a successful season for him if he gets something like that. You know what I mean? Maybe about 50 tackles, something like that. I think it'd be good for him.
Yeah, he's such an interesting player. There are concerns with him health-wise, long term, how long he's going to be able to play in this league. But for now, I think he's a guy who can just come in and just make a big impact. I like him here at the 20th pick. I hope that some of these guys we left off? Who are some of the names you think we should have thought about putting here? One random one that I wouldn't do was Miles Killebrew with the idea of special teams and maybe get some value there. But I don't think that would have been worth it there.
No.
Thornhill's a guy we didn't mention really. Harmon's a guy I referenced really right there at the end. What are your thoughts? Maybe he can do something there. Any other linemen? Fatanu I mentioned.
Fatanu would be a good guy.
We didn't mention Jonnu Smith. I think that might be the guy off the board who has the best splash potential. But who's off the board do you think that we missed here?
No, I think those are the main guys for sure. I think those are the main guys that you brought up that we definitely left off the board that I think could have definitely snuck into this top 20 list for sure that we have in our draft here. Definitely some guys that will probably make some splash plays this season. I'm excited to see it all. But I think we may have snubbed those guys for sure. I think those are some guys that could have definitely got it.
Just to recap the draft, your team here is TJ Watt, DK Metcalf, Chris Boswell, Jaylen Warren, Cameron Hayward, Calvin Austin, Pat Freiermuth, Darius Slay, Nick Herbig, and Mason Rudolph. I followed that up. So your worst pick is your last one.
Yeah.
My worst pick might be my first, but I went Aaron Rodgers, number 1, Patrick Queen, Alex Highsmith, Jalen Ramsey, Caleb Johnson, Zach Frazier, Joey Porter Jr. I think he's the steal of the draft. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Deshaun Elliott, Keanu Benton, and Peyton Wilson. Who do you feel best about getting where you got them in this draft?
I mean, maybe I would definitely say I think I picked up Chris Boswell where I picked him. I think it was good where I picked him, and Cameron Hayward. I think it was we probably could have.
Yeah,
picked him
I would
earlier,
go Hayward.
but
Hayward at 9, I think is your best value pick. TJ is your best pick, obviously.
Yes.
But I think Cameron Hayward at 9 is probably your best value pick there.
What's crazy is, when I was looking at your list, you're definitely defense heavy. You got a lot of defense.
Yeah, I mean, this team's how much money does this team have on the defense,
that's where
right?
the money's at for sure.
So, yeah, definitely towards the end there. I did get the offensive lineman in there. I probably would want Fatanu too, but I pulled the trigger on a couple other guys, just because really with the points with the lineman, you're going to get Player of the Week, All Pro, and Pro Bowl. You can't get those not Player of the Week, Team of the Week, part of the Team of the Week, which is only worth 1 point in our system.
Yeah.
But if anyone out there happens to see our list, tell us who we missed.
Yeah.
Tell us who we picked too early. Tell us who you would have picked with your top picks. But other
make
than
sure
that,
make sure to tell me I'm an idiot for picking Mason Rudolph as my last pick. Let me know. Let me hear it.
Yep. Lee, it was a fun draft.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
I'll see you. Have a good night, man.
I'll see you. Have a good one.